Hello, I'm Pat O'Hare, Chief Market Analyst for Briefing.com. Today is Tuesday, April 21st. Uninspired by the latest batch of earnings announcements, bulls initially yielded control of stocks to sellers for the second straight session. However, the early decline in stocks compelled buyers looking for more attractive entry prices to move in and offer their support. That helped stocks rebound mid-morning and climb higher for the rest of the session. Financials attracted the most support. The sector was down more than 1% in the early going, but finished with an 8.2% gain and at its best levels of the session. Buying in the sector was broad-based, but U.S. Bancorp provided some of the most positive influence to diversified banks, which were up 13.6%, and the overall financial sector after it reported better-than-expected first-quarter earnings. Meanwhile, Regions Financial attracted buyers into regional banks after holding an upbeat conference call. The stock was initially sent lower after the company announced a small profit for the latest quarter. Shares of RF swung nearly 28% from their session low to their closing price. Buying among financials also helped lift investment services stocks. State Street surged after topping earnings estimates, but even Bank of New York and Northern Trust were able to pare losses after both fell short of analysts' expectations. Semiconductors, which were up 3.3%, were supported when Texas Instruments reported better-than-expected results and indicated that demand has begun to stabilize. Dow Components, IBM, Coca-Cola, Caterpillar, DuPont, Merck, and United Technologies all issued quarterly results. The results were generally mixed, leaving the blue-chip average to trail the other headline indices for virtually the entire session. Still, the Dow managed to close with a solid gain. Small-cap stocks saw some of the strongest gains. The Russell 2000 Small-Cap Index tacked on 3.9% this session. Emulex was a primary leader among small-cap stocks. Its gain came after the company received an offer from Broadcom to be acquired for about $764 million. Airlines also turned in a strong performance, climbing 10% after Delta Airlines reported a first-quarter loss that wasn't quite as bad as feared. Educational services stocks were absent from this session's advance. Prior to the opening bell, Credit Suisse downgraded several service providers. The group fell 7%. Healthcare stocks also lagged. Healthcare was the only sector to finish in the red, closing 0.9% lower. United Health and Shearing Plow both were laggards despite better-than-expected earnings. There were no economic reports today, but Treasury Secretary Geithner spoke before a congressional committee. He indicated that there was still about $110 billion available from the $700 billion rescue package passed last year, and that he expects to get at least an additional $25 billion back, bringing the total closer to $135 billion. I'm Pat O'Hare for Briefing.com. Thanks for listening.